my mind and my heart along with that, to live not for myself, but yet for God. Somebody said, do you know what you are getting yourself into?
I'm really seeing God work up at Redstone, and how I kind of got into it was we were reading the book of Acts. We were doing a Bible study, and I was like, man, I really want to see God move, and I saw a need up at the school for some kind of Bible study, so I talked to a couple buddies and some people I knew, and I said, hey, you guys want to maybe start breaking into the Word? So I showed up, I brought some Uno cards, and we met at the picnic table out back, and we just started up a Bible study up there, and it's been great. Been seeing God move in so many kids' lives. We only have a few coming right now, maybe 6, 7 sometimes, and it's just been awesome to see how God can work in people's lives if you give it effort. And I've been seeing God work in my own life as I'm putting together the lessons and trying to dig into the Word and be a good teacher for these students up there.
Hi, my name is Matt Hollinshead. I go to Metro. Is everybody enjoying Rocky Mountain Getaway so far? Good, I'd like to hear. You know, honestly, growing up in a Christian family, my dad's side of the family is Christian. I wasn't really interested in going to church and all that growing up, mainly because I really didn't understand Christianity and religion for that matter. But as of late, I've kind of just never saw any reason to really believe in one individual God, you know, but I have always believed in the afterlife. But as of today, I thought about all certain sins that were on my conscience today that I talked to my good friend Ryan Bagheera out there. What's up, Ryan? I felt like I had to get it out of me, and I just prayed to God, to Jesus, Jesus, forgive me for I have sinned. I explained certain sins that I've had, like especially certain things that have happened, like involving my mother, you know, that I'd rather not go into. But I feel like Jesus has made me, he just brought relief to me mentally and physically and emotionally. I just felt so much better after finally getting what was on my mind out of me, and I thank Jesus for that. But deep down, I'm not that much of a religious person, to be honest with you, but I always believe in Jesus. Thank you.
So freshman year, partied constantly. Alcohol suddenly, it wasn't just for recreation anymore, it became a crutch. I remember taking shots for going to speech class, being like, going to speech class, I don't remember if I slurred my speech or whatever, but I got an A in that class. I think I was a little calm, but it was just full of more socializing. The entire freshman hall was crazy. But I also got my first serious relationship as well. And through that, I attended my first crew session, which was pretty interesting because I remember having a few beers before I came. I was just like, well, this is going to be interesting. I got like church on Tuesday night, that works, like I'll do it. You know, kind of put on the chameleon face, you gotta go to church, right? And then came in, you know, just started talking with some people there, met Austin, that was cool. Then, you know, a few weeks later, Austin sat down, kind of told me his testimony about how he used to be this raging party guy. I'm like, wow, wonder who that reminds me of, right? And then, yeah, it kind of hit home that suddenly he didn't need that stuff anymore. Finally, he had relied on this guy Jesus that supposedly I believed in, but really wasn't living up to it. I started getting into the Word more often. I started praying a lot more often. I started relying on God a little more, even though I'm still screwing up, drinking, purity, all that good stuff. But I think I started to transition out of that phase. I think it really was a phase. Because come sophomore year, old Robs, he was evicted because of academic probation. And yeah, he has a kid now down in Pueblo. So it's kind of, that hits home with you. Like, wow, I don't want to be in those shoes, you know. Stopped, you know, drinking as a crutch. I actually, I still drank, but it wasn't like something I wanted like every day. And then a little bit later on in sophomore year, this is last year, I actually joined the leadership group with good old Campus Crusade and got a part of the worship band with good old Kyle Murphy back there.
Go for it.
Cool. So today we are sitting at a Solarium table, which is a spiritual interest survey, in an attempt to get to know some new people and possibly meet some Christians on campus, and just get the name of Campus Crusade and master plans out there so people know about it. Results so far, we've talked to about 5 or 6 people, gotten some information. We're going to just see where they're at with God. And,
Alright, so tonight we're going around campus, we're hanging up all these Every Denver Student posters. Pretty cool stuff, every Denver and every area student. So we're just gonna hit every building on campus, put down a bunch of chalk on the sidewalks, good times.
High traffic areas. So basically if students have questions about God or about life in general, they can go on these websites and just type away.
So what do you expect from this trip?
a lot of snow. A lot of snow.
Rob, this is going to be at the Vision dinner.
Who's responsible for this?
He was driving down the road and said, "Hey guys, check out what I can do."
I was watching, I was like,
check out what I can do.
He'll be here soon.
I like it.
What?
So Rob, what's going on here?
I shouldn't have been screwing around. Amazing. I'm having such a great time up here.
My name is Jeremy Dixon. I go to Redstone College. First question is, what was the drive like up here? The drive was pretty nice, except we were going through a snowstorm, but it was all right. Second question is, what did I like about the retreat? I like that I just come up here and have fun and not worry about anything. Just had a really great time. Third question is, what is one thing that I learned up here? One thing I learned is like really get to know people. Don't really judge off first sight. I learned a lot more about God and Jesus, like learn the 3 differences between God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost. The fourth question is, would I want to come again? And yes, I would. I actually plan on coming next year or fall, whenever we come back.
To remove the doubt that makes me so unsure of these things I ask myself. Do you know what you are getting yourself into? I'm getting into you because you got to me in a way words can't describe. I'm getting into you because I've got to be. You're essential to survive. I'm